中島さんは今何をおっしゃいと言いますか。あなた遅いです。
Okay, the next movie, 3 Days to Kill. It's about an assassin, played by Kevin Costner. He finds that he's dying of cancer. He has a brain tumor that's killing him, and the cancer spread to his lungs. And he's offered a cure by one of his co-workers, a psychotic female assassin who's recruited him because he's very good at what he does, committing murder. But he had intended to quit to try to patch together his last 3 months of life and patch things up with his wife, but more of his daughter, who presently at that time lived in France for some reason, none given. The movie is about the psychotic spy master female trying to recruit him. She offers him a cure if he's willing to commit an assassination of a psychotic businessman known as the albino. There is a very beautiful Asian woman at the beginning of this movie who gets her head cut off in an elevator. Apparently the albino's bodyguard has a way of assassinating the opposition by cutting their heads off by mechanical means. And he does that to her, and he tries to do that to the Kevin Costner character. Throughout the movie, Costner's character is constantly battling his disease and becoming extremely dizzy and not being able to move because the cure that he's given, the drug, causes him to lapse into severe hallucinations and making him fall over and pass out. This is not your average spy movie, as I've heard it said, but it is not. This is totally different than anything I've ever seen before. There is a massive amount of humor in this film. It's just beautifully told. It's like there are several stories that run through this movie. One is Kevin Costner's characters. His character comes back from overseas. He walks into the apartment, there's people living there. And apparently if a squatter family, immigrant or else, move in during the winter, they stay there by the law of Paris or the law of France, I don't know which it is. But you cannot remove a squatter in the winter. So the Kevin Costner character has to live around them. And that's one story thread that goes through. He eventually adjusts to them and actually enjoys their company very much, to the point where he didn't want them to leave at the end of the film, although they did, to keep a promise to him. The other thread is the Kevin Costner character's dealings with trying to re-establish his fatherhood with his estranged daughter, who's a teenager in this movie. That is acted very, very well by the daughter, and it comes off absolutely terrific. There's this running gag between the two of them about a purple bike that he had bought for the daughter, and she did not like the color of and did not want to be around, but eventually he teaches her how to ride it. Very loving scene. I really enjoyed the father-daughter relationship that was established in this film. The espionage part, the assassination part, plays secondary to the other threads that are weaving through the story. It's a very humanistic story. Costner's character shows a lot of thought in what he does, and he doesn't act in a cruel manner towards his opposition. He actually employs one of the bad guys' advice on how to raise his daughter, and another bad guy's advice on how to create a good pasta meal that his daughter wants to create for the family. This is a very great movie to watch. It's so interesting and it draws you in and holds you throughout the entire film. I highly recommend this movie to watch if you're into spy fiction that is extremely different and extremely pleasant to watch. You will enjoy it very much.